Hey, are you fluent in Spanish, Spanglish, or sarcasm?
Don't worry, we are.
Join us at Attempting to Be Almost Mature on
The AM Chat with Abby and Mel.
So let's have fun, let's talk, let's get this going.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the AM Chat podcast.
I'm your host, Abby.
I'm your other host, Mel.
Welcome to another installment, guys.
I'm glad to have you back.
Glad
if
to
you
have y'all.
are watching on YouTube, we appreciate you. And if you're listening on one of the podcast platforms, whatever, we are excited that you're listening again. We appreciate you.
Yes, thanks, guys.
So, welcome back. We are in the studio again. So, starting off this podcast, I actually wanted to start with some shout outs. So, the first shout out I want to give is to Sam and Flo because we're in their beautiful studio. So thank you to you guys for letting us hang out and film in this beautiful place. So, and then shout out to Ernie. If you saw, a couple episodes back, our episode with Ernie, the local artist. Such a fun time. He's having a birthday party soon, which is like an event, right? Like, yeah, it's like a whole deal.
It's a whole deal. Food, drinks, live music. You got to purchase your tickets. When we release this, I don't know if that's gonna be around the corner or it's
I think it'll be like the week of actually. So
we'll play it by ear, but everyone should go. He's a really cool guy. Super nice.
So some shout outs for the folks who have reposted us. I want to say thank you for reposting us, and if you haven't reposted, shared, subscribed, I mean, why haven't you? Like, no te cuesta nada. Like,
nada.
just do it.
Just do it. Just use those little fingers.
Get some
scoliosis going on them thumbs.
Help your girls out, you know. So my little sister Judy, shout out. I love you so much. Cynthia, she's so sweet. She shares it on the face. She shares us. So shout out Cynthia.
Shout out.
Laura. Carol always shares us. We appreciate Carol.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel. And, anyone listening, we appreciate the shares and the likes and the subscribes. So
yeah,
who else you got?
Sure. I have La Frecuencia band. I believe they're like a Tejano band. But shout out to them.
Shout out. We appreciate you, and we love music. So just like send us an invite and we'll go check you out.
Yeah. And of course Jessie and
the payaso
sidekick. Jessie, shout out. And this one is it's a shout out because of the love that we got via Rob. Shout out Rob from the Fedcast. Oh my God, I was going to say something else. I'm sorry. His mom, he sent us a message and said, hey, my mom loved the dolphin story. And she was dying.
Hey, it's top tier.
So shout out Rob's mom.
Shout out.
Because I don't know if she's got an Instagram, but shout out to her.
No sé si tiene el Insta.
I mean, he reached out to tell us that his mama had a good time.
I met her, I was in her way, so she told me to move.
She's like, ¿Esta niña quién es?
Yeah, I got to meet her and Rob Senior. So
Rob Senior?
Yeah.
Okay, because the mom's Hispanic, right?
Sí.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to all you guys, actually. So we appreciate you listening.
Appreciate y'all. For real.
Yeah. So how was your weekend? Anything cool happen?
No, nothing cool.
Nothing cool.
No.
Nothing cool here either. Just the regular old mom stuff. Costco and Target.
Yeah, same. HEB all the time for the groceries.
Our HEB just opened, and it's a love-hate relationship.
It's a terrible location, man.
It's the Alliance location, and it's just like, I love it so much. But having so many people shopping at one place, hombre.
Yeah, my dad lives out there in that area, and I hate driving up there.
Yeah.
And you see, I've had an HEB for forever because I moved out to Johnson County back in 2010. So I've always gone to the Cleburne HEB or the one in Burleson when they built that, and it's a super one. There's clothes there. There's grills. I mean... So that's where I do all my grocery shopping. I live right down the street.
I do love HEB, but I just hate that location. Like, you can't find parking. The first time I went, I tried to go like on a Tuesday at like 2:00. I was like, there can't be people here. They were everywhere.
Just go over there
Why
by
is the
my
line
house.
so long? Why is the line so long here? And I'm the kind of, look, let me just tell you this right now. I hate, something I fucking hate, going to the grocery store and ringing myself out. I hate self-checkout. I hate it. I don't work here. I'm not doing this. Yeah. I hate it.
You hate self-checkout. Hey, this is a good little segment. Things you hate, things you love.
I do not like to do that. I don't want to ring myself out. I do not work here. I didn't fill out an application.
You're not paying me.
You're not paying me.
I'm paying you.
So what I think is when I have to do self-checkout, I'm so angry I put one item in every bag.
This is what I'm going to do.
I just go home with 70 bags.
Ziploc bags free today. Buy one, get one. And then here comes the cutie. El security. Ahí viene to arrest you.
Mira, señora.
What you got in that bag?
Yeah. So I hate it. I pay for everything, but I do take more bags than I should because I'm mad.
I like the bags.
Look, stick of gum, one bag. It really, that one gets me. Like, I don't like self-checkout. So,
okay. I don't blame you. That's a valid one.
Yeah. So, HEB, they had a lot of registers open, so I appreciated that about it. Because, like, my Walmart has, like, 2 lanes open sometimes.
They do for now.
UMFs.
Whenever it starts to
die down,
all this hype that y'all have up there for the Heb, it's not going to be like that. Because down at my Heb, it's
self-checkout.
Oh, yeah. There's probably 5 gals at a register, and then the rest is self-checkout.
It annoys me. I don't work here. I feel like they should give me, like so many dollars off of my purchase since I have to ring myself out.
Yeah, that's why you do the buy one, get one.
Self-checkout.
Ay, este es gratis hoy. Ay,
Mira
no,
nomás.
no.
So anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh, I don't know. We
I don't know
just
where
got sidetracked.
Where did that come from?
Who knows? You were really angry.
I don't know, but I hate self-checkout.
You went on a rampage there.
I hate it more than I hate dry feet.
Oh, yeah. Here we go with dry feet. Here we go with feet. You do? I mean, it's a love-hate with you and the patas. Speaking of patas, I'm wearing chanclas today, and I was scared. I was like, fuck, because...
Shut up.
No, for real, like, because I didn't come from my house. Like, I ran some errands. I was in the north part of Fort Worth helping my dad out, and then I took a bag with just clothes, and I put chanclas on, and I told my sister, hey, where's your lotion at? And she said, it's right there. And she's like, what are you doing? I need to lotion my feet because I'm going to see Melissa. And she said, yeah, and you don't need to walk around with some dry-ass heels.
Dry-ass heels.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's just
I
like...
mean, they're not terrible.
I just love your feet is all I'm saying.
They take you everywhere. You should love your feet.
Yeah, because, like, the dry heels, like, there's methods to take care of this.
I just feel like probably my foot up here. Hey, is this acceptable?
Does this work for you or no?
Do you like this? You're going to be like, hold on, let me smell it.
Yeah, that's why, you know what, I really appreciate when I see men in the, like in the nail salons.
Getting a pedicure.
I appreciate it.
I do too. And then the little viejitos.
I think Jesse got one once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and then my dad goes now.
Míralo.
I was like, oh, mira, because he don't want no polvorones.
You know. I just appreciate it because I feel like men neglect their feet a lot.
Yeah, and they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
Just love your feet because they take you everywhere.
Right. Just a little bit of lotion. If they're severe, Vaseline helps with
some socks
overnight.
Sleep
do that
with it. Yeah.
Every day. I just know this because I like soft feet. That's all.
They just need to be soft like everything else.
It's not an obsession or a fetish.
It is. This is borderline cringe fetish. I mean, I want to know from the listeners, please tell us, count how many times Melissa mentions feet in every episode.
It's not been...
I think it's every episode, man.
It's not. It's not like I don't go online and like ask for feet pictures and pay for them or anything like that. It's just something I appreciate when people will take care of their feet.
Okay, it's a passion of yours.
Okay.
You're passionate about it.
I mean, I don't want to clean anyone's feet, but I do look.
Yeah.
I do look. I'm sorry.
You're like, ¿qué es eso?
I do look like, if you know. So anyway, all right. So I don't know where we were talking. I don't know where we're at.
Where were we? Like, how did we end up here?
I don't know what's going on.
It's like we're driving. It's like we ended up in.
I don't know.
I don't know where.
We're in Springfield. I don't know where we're
in
at.
buttfuck Egypt right now. We don't know where we're at. Where are we?
What are we doing?
So, anything on the agenda today?
I just want to kind of like tap into like what TV shows you're into right now.
Okay.
What have you watched lately? Anything cool going on? Obviously, it's not even TV. It's like streaming. No one has TV anymore.
What's up with that? I was thinking that the other day. I was like, do people still like watch the TV and, you know, watch like the commercials and the show's back on, and then they go back and watch?
The only thing I watch like on live is football.
I know, me too.
That's the only thing live I'm watching.
That is so true and so weird. But I wonder.
Yeah.
Interesting. So right now, of course, I'm like everyone else, House of Dragon. I don't know if you're into that.
Someone had told me that their nephew calls it Dragon's House, and I like that name better.
Oh.
So we're gonna say Dragon's House.
Dragon's House.
I want to watch the Dragon's House. I thought that was adorable.
That is cute. It reminds me of something I say, but it has nothing to do with TV. But we can continue. This is a story for another time.
Okay. So I was late to the game with House of Dragon. Is it House of the Dragons or House of Dragons?
House of the Dragon.
But
House of the Dragon? I'm questioning
House of the Dragons.
I thought it was House of the Dragons.
House of Dragon.
Now I'm gonna look this up.
Okay, what is it? I think it's House of the Dragon.
Let's see. House of Pho came up. Who's hungry? Yeah, it's House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon. I was late to the game, but I will say I loved Game of Thrones.
Oh, me too.
I loved it.
Me too.
And a lot of people like hated the ending, right?
I cried.
I don't remember if I cried or not, but
pretty sure I did.
I probably did.
I get so attached to characters because I get so into the show, even in books. I get so into it, like I latch onto it, so it makes me sad when it's over. It's like,
yeah, because Khaleesi was like top tier for me. Yeah. I loved her so, like, since the first episode when she was with that Jason Momoa character.
So fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't remember his name, but you know, he died pretty quickly.
He did.
But I really loved Game of Thrones. But I was late to the game when it started, when House of the Dragon started. So I actually just watched season 1 right before season 2 started this year.
Okay.
But oh god, it's so good.
It's like a novela. It's soap opera, guys. It is. And there's a lot of people that say it's so boring. It is
not boring.
I'm like, it's because you're not paying attention.
Oh yeah, you have to. There cannot be no kids in the room.
There can't be no distractions, no loud sounds, no kids. And if you need to put on the subtitles, please do so, because their accents are very strong and they use like these like medieval terms, and it's like, huh? So you got to turn up the volume. Put on the subtitles if you need to, and focus.
Usually what I do is I'll watch it twice, because I feel like I always miss something.
I know, me too. I feel like I miss something, but then I do like the recap on the next
you
episode.
can do that
I'm
too.
like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what.
Yeah, you can do that too. But I'll watch it twice because the language is so different, and it's like, I'm gonna miss something.
Like lately, I've been wanting to say good morrow, like, you know, instead of good morning or how are you? Good afternoon, good morrow.
Say it. You know,
good morrow.
So who are your top favorite characters in House of or Dragon's House?
Dragon's House, of course. Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra's such a badass.
She's such a badass. Let me see who else. Daemon. Is it Daemon or Damien?
Daemon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's kind of a bad boy, but he's cool. And Princess Rhaenys.
Oh, she's badass.
She's a badass.
This last episode, I was like, girl, look at her.
I I know, but should we give a spoiler or no?
I mean,
whatever. If you haven't seen it, it's sad. I cried.
Yeah, I was sad about it.
I was so sad.
But I felt like she went out and she was like, "Oh, fuck this, I got it."
Yeah, she went out like a gangster.
Like a G.
She
was like, "I got it, don't worry."
I was so sad whenever the dragons got killed, and I always forget the dragons' names.
I do too. I always forget.
There's too many. I can't keep up with that.
Yeah.
There's already way too many A names I got to keep up with.
Aegon,
Aemon. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I don't like any of these kids. They all make me sick. The king, his brothers.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra's kids also got on my nerves, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they did. They were trying to be all in the
stop
mix.
Being, yeah. Like, and that's how you die.
That's why he died.
I mean, you were like 12.
Pobrecito. I felt bad for him, though.
I did feel bad for him, too. I forgot his name, but he died.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite character the whole 2 seasons has been Daemon. Mm-hmm. And it was because of the episode, I think it's like 3 or 4 from season 1, where he goes out and he's waiting for the king to send help to fight the crab. What is it? The crab eater? Like there's a bad guy that's like he tortures his people with the crabs. They'll eat you.
Okay.
I forgot what the bad guy's name is. Is it the crab eater? I don't know.
I forget names.
You know what I'm talking about if you watch the show. But he sends, word to his brother, the king, send me help, and his brother sends word back like, no big deal, send it when I send it. And then Damon's like, fuck this, and he goes out there and kills him himself. Like, oh my god,
what a baddie.
Such a badass.
Yeah.
Because the first couple episodes I was on the fence about him, like, oh, he just seems like a cheater and a player, like that's all he's doing, and that he's just here for that, like he's using this wanting the throne because he wants,
right, his brother, he was jealous of his brother.
Yeah, he wants to be, but then he went out there and did that, and I was like, damn.
You know who gets on my nerves so much?
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 that get on my nerves so bad.
Okay.
Is Sir Kristen.
Pinche cool. I hate him. I hate him.
Yes, he's a freaking
He's a crybaby.
He just wants to be in control. It's like, shut up. And then he hates Rhaenyra. It's like, both of those
But he's still doing the same thing.
Those 2 kids were yours, and they, like, one of them got killed, and you didn't even care.
Yeah.
But, and is it Loris? Who's the one, that crippled guy?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about. He's
he gets on my nerves. He's
like
a
a gossip.
snitch, yeah. And then
the queen's gossip.
And he freaking touches himself while he sees her feet.
Your feet?
You see?
He's one of those people that, like, buys pictures online.
But there wasn't internet and computers back then.
So you just did it live back then.
You just did it live.
So they've been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah, thousands.
So... what I really wanted to like Alicent, I really wanted to, because in the first season,
I know
she's such a good friend with Rhaenyra, and I know that it wasn't like her intention to go after the king; it was her dad's plan. Mm-hmm. But she was loyal to him the whole time, even though she kind of wasn't at the end because he was already like dying and she was already messing with Cole. Mm-hmm. I wanted to like her. But then whenever Rhaenyra confronts her whenever they're in that church.
Yeah. She just played stupid.
She knows.
She knew her.
She knows that he was not talking about her son. He was talking about the previous king. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, oh, shit. Like, yeah. What? Oh.
Whoops. Sorry.
It's a mix-up, but I'm not going to fix it.
Busted.
So, yeah, I can't respect her. But it's such a good show.
It is, guys. And I recommend it for sure.
I do too. I think it's such a good show.
But if you have ADD and you're not into that, then just move on because you're not going to focus.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to watch Game of Thrones to be able to watch House of the Dragon, but... Because
it's a prequel.
But if you love Game of Thrones, you will love House of the Dragons, yep. And if you love... Vice versa, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, if you loved House of the Dragons, you'll love to go back and watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to rewatch it now because I just...
Me too.
And full transparency, season 1 of Game of Thrones is real heavy on introductions. Like, it's all about introducing all these houses. Mm-hmm. So it's boring. except for some scenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of steamy scenes.
There's some steamy stuff going on.
It's like, is this porn?
It's borderline. Borderline. But so don't watch it with kids for sure. Make sure you can have like full attention to the show. Once you get past season 1 on Game of Thrones, it's on. Like it is on.
It's so good.
And I had to watch season 1 3 times. I'm not lying to you because it was so many introductions, and you're like, "Who's that? Who's that? I don't know who that is."
Let me write this down.
Hold on. Son of this person. Son of this person.
It's like a brand. It's like a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but such a good show. So, anybody who's watching House of Dragons, let us know what you think, who your favorite characters are, and who you hate. So, what other shows are you watching right now? Anything that you've watched?
I mean, not currently.
Or some of your favorite shows.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really watch much TV or stream many shows. One of my favorite shows, and a lot of people, I know very few people that actually have watched it. I got one of my sisters into it. It's Downton Abbey.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
I love it.
What is it about?
So it's about a royal family in England, and it's like a soap opera, kind of, the drama and everything involved. It's from like, when did the Titanic sink? I don't remember. Whatever, 18 something, whatever. So it shows this family throughout the years, and it's so cool because they incorporate like all the changes that happened in the world in the show. It's good. It's so good because they're a royal family. You're like, oh, I wonder what it's like to live like that life, because they live in like a palace, and the way they dress, and it's just so cool to me. Yeah, I just love it. So that's one of my favorite shows. It's a comfort show for sure, because sometimes, I haven't done it in a while, but if I'm feeling down, I can just put it on and just listen to it as a comfort thing. I don't know.
I do that with Sex and the City. Like, Sex and the City is a comfort show for me.
Oh, gosh, I love that
show, I can just put it on. It'll help me just get out of my head. Yeah,
it's so weird how shows can do that. That's how I feel with Downton Abbey. I think it was because I was really into it when the last year that my mom was with us. So I feel like it's comforting. Yeah. I feel like for some reason there's like something with me I don't know. I can't put it together. Yeah. But that's one of my all-time faves. And of course, Sex and the City. God, that show's epic.
If you were one of the girls from Sex and the City, which one would you be?
I would definitely be Samantha.
Agreed.
She's so much fun.
Agreed. I think I would be Carrie, I think.
You would be Carrie?
Aww. Carrie or definitely.
I would tell you I would not be.
I'll tell you that I won't be Miranda because I can't stand her face. Gosh. But I love Charlotte's style.
Yeah, she's cute.
I love the way she dresses. I feel like I'm more of a Carrie than a Charlotte though. But I love Charlotte's style.
I just love Samantha. Everything she does.
Samantha is so fun, and like I feel like everyone needs one in your group. Yes. Like she's just amazing. So I agree with you on that. Did you like the spinoff?
I never watched it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Remember I told you I was all like, I'm busy, and I'm still busy. And
okay, it's not so good. It's not so good because Samantha's not on it. But the storyline is good.
Is it?
I like it. Because maybe I'm biased, but I like it.
Yeah, I need to try
but Samantha, I think, is coming back. I think she's over the pay thing now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I think she's coming to season 3. She's at the end of season 2. Okay. In one episode, but like they're saying she needs all these special things to be able to be on set because she don't like.
You think she'll bring Smith along?
I don't know. That'd be cool.
That would be so cool.
I mean, they're not a couple anymore, but I mean,
they had a history. Like that was the most serious.
That was like the only one that she was serious about, and he stayed with her through cancer. Yeah. So they should bring him for sure, but I don't know if they will.
Good show.
I have a lot of favorite shows, I guess. Breaking Bad is one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
Breaking Bad. I can rewatch it.
Me too. I love that one.
I cannot stand his wife. What's her name?
Oh my gosh.
Damn it, what's her name? I don't like her. And the son.
Wasn't it Maggie?
No, it wasn't Maggie.
I'm just pulling names out of my ass.
I forgot her name. But I can't stand the son either. He was such a crybaby.
Chion.
But I just thought, like, it's such a good show. Like, it's such a good plot. Like, because I think anyone in that position, like, what do? You have to support your family. You're the main source of income. Mm-hmm. You're a genius, and you work in a school, so you know you're not getting paid shit. Yeah. But what do you do, right? Like, you have this opportunity that you know you can make meth. And
because you're a scientist.
If you don't sell it, someone else is going to sell it. Yeah. But you need to pay for, $100,000 worth of medical bills.
Because you have cancer.
Because you have cancer. And your wife's pregnant. And your son's disabled. Well, like, what do you do? Yeah. So it's such a good plot because it's like, I'm not saying it's a relatable situation because I don't know how to make meth. But I think I don't know how. But it's just such it just makes you think, like, what would you do in that situation?
Of course.
And he messed up because he could have been a millionaire with his friend, and he backed out of that situation. Mm-hmm. So
I can't stand Hank. Is it Hank?
Yeah, Hank.
Oh, he gets on my nerves.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying too.
He's very annoying.
And then I liked the spinoff for it, Better Call Saul.
I never watched that.
I did watch it, and I thought it was really good. It's just as good as Breaking Bad.
Is it?
And if you like Mike from Breaking Bad, the older guy, the cleanup guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? He, like, whenever, the chicken guy needed help, he would tell him to come in and clean it.
Okay. Like, yes.
The old guy. Mike, I loved Mike. He's one of my favorite characters in Breaking Bad. Mike's on a lot of Better Call Saul. Gustavo, Gustavo is Gus, is the chicken guy, right? No? I have to.
I don't remember names.
I'm not good with the names.
Me either.
But, Ignacio's on it more, and Mike's on it more, and then, of course, Saul and his family. It's kind of crazy, so that's one of my favorites, too. I like that show, too. And then I like watching, there's a show called Evil Lives Here. Have you ever heard of this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so good.
Isn't it like a crime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the family members of someone who's committed a crime do interviews. Mm-hmm. And, like, John Wayne Gacy's sister was on it, and the son of La Madrina was on it. Mm-hmm. So, like, there's some big names on it that their family members come out and speak. Yeah. So it's interesting to see that perspective because, like, John Wayne Gacy's sister didn't see him as such a monster. Mm-hmm. So, like, she gives her side of the story, right? And how she saw it and how she feels about it. And it's so interesting to just hear those kind of stories. Mm-hmm. But you basically hear from the survivors or from family members of the killer. And it's such a good show. Mm-hmm. And then they just did another series of Evil Lives Here. Mm-hmm. The killer speaks. So now it's like the killers are being recorded from prison. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's just so crazy how people will just lie. Like...
I always think that. I'm like, how many serial killers have I walked past?
Right.
Or rapists or... like, that just freaks me out.
Yeah.
Just to imagine.
I mean, some people have the balls to say it, like, on this show, because I've watched mostly all the episodes for the Killer Speaks. Mm-hmm. But, like, I think one guy of all the killers, he was admitting that he killed his wife. And he said because they got in a fight. Like, he was straight up about it. And he's like, she's not the first person I killed. And she, I'm in prison. If I was out, then she wouldn't have been the last person I killed.
It sounds like right now what you're saying is like Bob from La Bamba.
She's not my first or my last.
Or my last.
Yeah.
Shut up, Bob.
Oh, Bob, that's such a good one. But he basically fessed up to killing his wife because they got in a fight. He put her in a barrel and he buried her in his parents' yard. Then he built cement, like a sidewalk, on top of it.
I love stories like that. Well, I don't love it that it happened.
It's just wild.
But I like to hear stories like that.
Yeah, it's wild. And then he killed his next girlfriend after that because they got in a fight. But he admitted it. But then, like, another episode, there was one where he killed 9 people or 9 women, and he raped all of them. And he would not admit it. And his DNA was found on all of them. He would not admit it.
Was it a guy from Florida?
Oh, I don't remember.
I was like, because I think I've heard a story like that.
He would not admit it.
One of the pods.
But before he was convicted of murder, he had accusations of rape for 3 different girls, I think, and he was found guilty for 1. So he admitted to this one, but he would not admit to the other 9. And I'm like, okay, you did it. But, like, you know, people like that, I'm like, you're in prison, and they didn't just put you in prison. Like, there are some people who go to prison, and it's, you know, not real. But
yeah,
his DNA was found in all of them, and they were all raped.
And he said, no, I didn't do it.
Yeah. So, anyway, that one's a good one. If you haven't seen Evil Lives Here, such a good show. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch much TV, but I should try. And then I do it, and I swear I turn on the TV, and I'm like...
On the phone. Forget it.
Or I get up, and I'm like, well, gotta go do the dishes. Whoop. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go pick that up. Oh, yeah. Let me go start this load of laundry.
The show's over.
I'm just... I can't be still.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And I really want to get into Yellowstone because I heard Yellowstone's really good, but I have not seen it. I tried,
and I'm sorry for those that are really into Yellowstone. I tried, and I was bored out of my mind. Oh, I was so bored.
I've seen like a few episodes, but it was when I had my tonsils removed, so I was like on pain medicine, so I didn't really watch it. It was okay what I watched, but it
was not okay at all what I watched.
I don't fully remember it for sure.
Yeah, everyone makes big fuss. I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And then I also love SpongeBob.
Hi, is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
I have seen, I think, all episodes of SpongeBob.
Oh, good story about SpongeBob. I'm pretty sure I've told you this. Whenever my mom watched your kids when they were little, the 2 oldest, she says that they were watching SpongeBob and that Gabby turned to the boys and said, Patrick looks like a pee-pee. And my mom was like, God. He looks like a pee-pee. She always had funny stories.
Very on brand.
About the kids just being wild.
Just great. Just great. My favorite episode of SpongeBob is when they go sell chocolate. Do you remember that episode?
No.
And they're like, and then they go to that old person's house, and she's like old, and they knock on the door, and Patrick's like, "Hello, young lady, is your mother home?" And this lady's already like old, and then she's like, "Ma, someone's there for you." So really and then she brings out just like a little corpse in a wheelchair. They want to know if you want to buy chocolate.
Who's in charge here?
Classic SpongeBob. And I also like the one where SpongeBob and Patrick have a baby. Have you seen that one?
Oh my God, no.
And they're just like, SpongeBob is changing all these diapers and he's packing them into the wall.
Ew, what is going on?
And Patrick's leaving for work every morning, but he just goes to his rock and watches TV all day.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
I mean.
Those are good ones. But I like SpongeBob. It's just classic, you know? So. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we will go into our little crime chat segment really quick, and then we'll get into some other stuff.
Since you were talking about all this crime stuff.
Yeah. So I actually saw a documentary, and it was called The Perfect Wife. And it is so wild. It's about a lady who gets captured. Mm-hmm. So she goes out for a run, and she gets captured and kidnapped, and they find her phone and her keys by the mailbox. Mm-hmm. So it seemed like she went out to go get the mail, and she was captured. Mm-hmm. And basically she disappears, right? So she's gone her family's searching for her. They're like, there's a massive, state search for this woman.
Yeah.
And she's married and she has 2 kids. and her husband's like on TV crying, and it's so dramatic. Like, you know, everyone thinks she's dead. And then 22 days later, on Thanksgiving Day, she is found out on the road, and a driver finds her out on the road, and she's like screaming and crying, "I was captured, I need help, call the police." And they play the phone call that was called to the police, and so they take her, whatever, and let her family know she's been captured, and she's like severely beaten. She's got bruises everywhere. She has a hole in her arm. Ooh. She actually got branded on her back, and like she's just beat up, and she's like bare bones. Tortured. Yeah, bare bones, tortured. She was tied up whenever she was found on the side of the road. So they go and they do the investigation with her, and she's terrified and crying, and it's really hard for them to interview her. But she's been giving the same story over and over. She said that 2 Mexican women captured her, and they locked her up, and they had her, beaten and tortured for those 22 days, and that the younger one finally decided to let her go. So there was 2 ladies, and the younger one let her go, and she took her back and dumped her. And that was her story from day one all the way down. So she gets back home with her husband. Her husband always has a weird suspicion about the whole thing. So he's always like on the fence about it, but she gives, she's beaten. Like, it's hard to say she wasn't captured. Right. But there had been some mental illness to the wife before any of this happened. So they actually, years pass, and they actually had found, she described the place that she was captured and kept. And she like picked out what the table looked like there, and what the windows looked like there, and what the closet looked like there. Like,
it was all detailed.
She detailed the whole place where she was at.
Yeah.
Well, the table was found on Facebook Market by an FBI agent, and it was like a very like specific table, and they linked it back to this house. So they start doing more investigation. Well, the house was her ex-boyfriend's house. So then they are like, okay, what's going on here? So it's years later, though, but they go to the house and investigate and talk to the ex-boyfriend. And it turns out that this lady had contacted him, and they had been in contact, and they had planned to, like, be together.
Oh.
She planned out this whole elaborate thing.
Just so they could hang out for 3 weeks?
She thought she was going to leave her family.
And obviously it didn't work out.
She changed her mind on Thanksgiving. So,
oh my God.
The boyfriend explains every bruise, the branding. He explains everything that happened, like to a T, to where the FBI is like, all right,
this bitch is crazy.
She lied. So they go and call her and her husband in, and they basically tell her like, all right, well, this is your ex-boyfriend's house.
Just because you wanted to go be a hoochie.
Right.
You did all of this?
But
like,
they had got into her phone records. They looked at his past phone records and their calls and messages and stuff. And, they had been planning it. But it was her idea. So the ex-boyfriend didn't get in trouble, but she did.
Dumbass.
Yeah. So, basically, they asked her in front of her husband, do you want to tell us what's going on? Because we have an account for everything that happened from your ex-boyfriend. And, like, she's crying and denying it. And then finally she just,
You'd have to. Yeah. At what point are you just going to keep lying?
Yeah, I think she took a plea bargain, I think, and admitted what was going on.
What she do, like 30 days in jail?
No, she did a year, I think.
It's so freaking dumb.
But it's so twisted because the way they set up the documentary, it looks like she was kidnapped.
You really think that there's a bad guy out there. Yeah. And the whole time it's just she's just trying to go get laid, right, or have a vacation. Yeah. Pendeja.
Yeah. So
don't do all that.
It is kind of a spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it, watch it because it's kind of freaking crazy.
You want to go get dipped into? That's fine. Just don't do all.
Do it on your own time.
Don't get tortured.
Yeah, and there's some other stuff in the show that happens, but it's such a good watch, and it's just 3 episodes. So, that was my crime chat.
Yay!
So
that's a good one.
All right. So then you got some would you rather's?
I do.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, I have a would you rather. Would you rather shart yourself or piss yourself? Shart or piss yourself?
It's going to be piss for me.
Okay.
For sure.
Why?
What are you going to do with just, oh God, if you're just, it's too much mess. It's too much mess. Just pee. Just pee.
Just pee. I think I'm with you. I think I'd rather piss myself.
And like, who's there when this happens? You know?
You're out in public.
Yeah, it's just pee then.
I'm just going to piss myself. I know, because, I mean, they both stink. But depending on what you ate determines on the consistency of the other. No, esa no quiero.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
You're lactose intolerant and you forgot to take lactate.
Whoopsie.
I know.
I thought it was just gas.
That's disturbing and scary. Like,
Yeah.
what if you're with, like, friends and, like, oh, God.
What if you're just, what if you're, like, on a date?
Or, yeah, or in a new relationship.
Yes. You're not comfortable yet talking about any of that.
You got to get comfortable real quick. Like, hey, unfortunately, since I sharted, we're going to have to go get married at this point.
We're going to have to get married. Can you do it, too?
I don't make the rules, but I embarrass myself.
God, I think I would just run off and never look back. Like, I would just fucking ghost you.
I don't know what I would do.
God.
I would just, that's it. I'm done. I got to ghost. You.
Gotta pick up my
I'm going to change my name.
Bye.
I'm changing my name and blocking you.
Blocking you on every freaking social media.
On everything.
And then this story will be like on a podcast somewhere. God.
Oh, gosh. Do you have another would you rather? That was a good one.
Would you rather skydive or deep sea dive?
I actually have thought about doing both, but I think skydive.
Oh. And I'm terrified of heights.
I am too.
And deep water.
I'm scared of heights, but I've done that skydive thing at Six Flags.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, me and Rachel and my other friend Brian used to do that all the time. We used to do it all the time. I don't know, we'd go to Six Flags and we'd do it like, who has bigger balls? Let's go.
No, pues. No. I mean, I don't know. Because I'm all like, it's something serious. Like, I'm going to have to do this. I don't know, because if you're skydiving and you fall, do you die instantly?
Well, I'm hoping you have a parachute.
No, I know, but what if it fails?
There's a backup parachute.
Don't lie to me. Take off my calzone and use it like a parachute.
It might not work. It's a thong. It's just legs. There's just leg holes in it.
You know what I remembered when you said it's a thong? Shrek.
Oh, Pinocchio.
Are you wearing a thong?
He's wearing women's underwear.
That's what I thought of. And then deep sea diving, I'm scared of deep water. So I think I'd rather skydive. Like, I would just take some shots and then just
I could do it.
Close my eyes and jump.
Yeah, I think I could do it, but I want to do it with someone attached to me so I don't die alone.
Me too.
I don't want to die alone.
Who am I going to take then? If it's
a professional.
Yeah. Unless I know we're dying, then I'm going to pick the right person. Because I want you to go down with me.
Somebody big. Somebody big so they can cushion you out. You know? I don't know. It's just thought.
Okay. Another one. Would you rather stay in a haunted hotel or a dirty rundown motel with rats, roaches, and prostitutes outside?
I'm doing the haunted. And I'm not sleeping that night.
Same.
I can't.
I'm going to smoke crack so I can stay up all night.
I cannot with the roaches and the rats.
And then there's prostitutes outside.
No.
They're not quiet. They're like
not quiet.
They're crackheads. They're up all night.
Yeah, that's going to be that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get into the peeps word of the day, I had a random thought.
What was it?
It's so hot in Texas, right?
Ugh.
It's like 1,000,000 degrees outside.
I hate
like,
it.
It's so hot every month of summer. As soon as I feel like as soon as it's summer, it's just 145 degrees.
As soon as it's spring, we only have summer and a little bit of fall, and that's it.
But like, I'm always wondering in this weather, where are homeless people walking to? Like, because I always see them walking. Like, where are y'all going? Where do you have an appointment?
Where are we going?
I just want to know where they're going.
And they're walking with a purpose.
They got stuff to do, and I'm like, what are they doing? They're like busier than me. And it was just a random thought I had because it's so hot. And I was like, if I was homeless, man, I'd find me a dark spot to sit in.
Yes.
And I'd not be exhausting my any of my resources.
No.
You know, like I'm not.
They don't even have water on them. Sometimes
they're just walking.
They're just raw dogging it out there. No sunblock. No hats. No waters.
Burnt. Crisp.
They look leather.
They look leather.
Gosh.
I just had a random thought of where are they going in this weather.
Where are we going?
And I want to ask them, but then I don't have any cash.
I don't want to ask them.
Oh gosh, I took Marley to El Rancho to go get bread the other day. You know that store.
Yeah.
And we went to the one in Northside, and Marley has not known that lifestyle
Ever. Mm-hmm.
Lucky for her, right? She never had to worry about stuff like that. And there were so many homeless people at the store, and she was terrified. She was terrified. She like
never seen
grabbed me by the arm. She was terrified because someone asked me for money, and he's like, "I'm not homeless. I just need some money to get home." And I'm like,
"No, you don't.
I don't have any cash, dude. Even if I did,
Gosh.
I don't have any." But sorry, another random thought. Marley's terrified. Like I'm not terrified. Even the crazy ones don't scare me. But until we hit a zombie apocalypse, I'll be okay. Because then homeless people will be
like... Hey, those homeless, a lot of them do look like zombies. The ones that are cracked out.
I know, some of them do.
Dang it.
It's not a lie.
That's terrible.
Okay, sorry for the random thought.
It's all right. I get them all the time.
But I just saw a person walking the other day, and I was like,
where are we going?
Where is we going in this weather? Where?
I wonder if they ever get a bath.
I hope so.
In the river, maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe that's where they're going. They're all swimming out there.
Because it is hot. So, all right. Well, I think it is time.
It's time for
Peep Word of the Day.
Peep Word of the Day. So this one is a little story. Gentleman or a man, I don't know, whatever, a guy. It was whenever that song "Yeah" came out.
Oh yeah. And
he requested a song, and he said he wanted la canción de Ucha. He wanted the canción de Ucha. I guess like burned or like downloaded. I don't know. I can't really remember the story. That he was just requesting the song like on an album or his phone. I don't know. Album, a CD, right? A cassette. And he was saying Ucha, and they're like, well, who is that? And then that's whenever he started doing the sound beep 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 beep.
Oh,
he meant Usher.
Okay.
Yeah, but he called him Ucha.
Uchar. It sounds like a wrestler.
Like lucha, but yeah.
Uchar.
No R at the end. Just Ucha.
Just Ucha? Okay. Oh my gosh.
Like, sir, it's Usher.
I could never guess that one.
Me either. So he had to like do the little beat for the other people to know.
Puts on a headphone.
Oh yeah, he's like esta. Oh, okay, esta.
Oh gosh.
I mean, that's my peep word.
That's cute.
Do you have one?
I don't have one, but I just wanted to recognize Dolphin again because I thought it was one of the best ones.
Dolphin is a good one.
Dolphin is top tier for me.
Top tier.
And if you don't know what Dolphin is, then go back to that episode and listen to it because it's a classic.
It's a good one.
It's a classic. So
yeah. So Ucha for today.
You know.
And I don't know if I've ever said the word toper, but
toper is a good one too.
Toper is a good one. You know, it's what we call Tupperware.
Yeah, I heard someone say that the other day.
Or our little reusable plastic Daisy sour cream containers. They're just washed. El topper, just take it so you can get some menudo in it and bring it back home.
Menudo. Menudo's not my jam.
I like menudo.
I'm more of a pozole kind of girl.
I like pozole too.
I like pozole and I like
caldo de res.
Caldo de res, mole.
I love mole. I haven't made it in a while. I need to make it.
I don't know how to make that.
It's so good.
You know, there's some things that I just do not know. So, anyway.
So those were the peep words.
Yeah. So, I think that is going to wrap us up for this week's episode. So, thank you for watching us on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please hit subscribe and like and comment and let us know what you're thinking of the show. And then, of course, if you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
Tic-Tacs.
I don't know what else. Snapchat.
You said Facebook, right?
El Face.
And El Face, because I know your tias and your mamas like to be on that.
You know, tell them about us. Your tias and your moms might be into it.
I mean, Rob's mom.
She
cracked out with Dolphin.
Yeah, I got a few other moms that have been listening and some grandmas.
Good.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
We appreciate it. So, all right. So, to close it out, do what you want.
Love what you do.
Stay almost mature.
We'll chat soon, babes.
Peace.
Se bañan.
Bye.